Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about my worst enemy, fungus gnats. Most annoying bug ever. It seems like they literally try to fly in your mouth as soon as they buzz up towards your face, and it's just... I'm currently in a lot of Facebook plant groups, and the number one question I see asked is how to get rid of fungus gnats. So I thought I would share my ways of how to not only get rid of them, but manage them if you can't get rid of them. I honestly think that there's no way to completely get rid of fungus gnats. Manage them and find ways to trap them, kill them, but if you have an influx of plants, you're gonna see them. They come in through the fruit that you bring from the market, on your shoes. They come from everywhere. So if you want to learn how to manage them, kill them, get rid of them, just keep watching. So the first and most violent way I'm going to tell you how to get rid of fungus gnats is good old tennis racket. I know if you guys have plants, you definitely use these because it's the easiest way to get a fungus gnat from bothering you. Like if you're just sitting on your couch, minding your business, working on your laptop, and they're attracted to the light, gone. This is honestly my favorite way because when you hear that electrical zap, it's just so satisfying to know it's dead and it's not gonna like pop up 10 minutes later. Like once a fungus gnat is in a certain area, it does not leave. Like if I see a fungus gnat next to my bed at night, I will get out of bed and hunt it down with this thing. You know, it might land in my ear or my mouth, and you guys know, I don't do bugs. The second method that I want to introduce to you, which you probably have multiple bottles of this at your house if you own plants, is the Insecticidal Soap. I also have the Fungicide 3 soap. So I do like to use these sprays, especially for the leaves. If I'm cleaning the leaves, I like to use either one of these will do. I do just prefer the soap. I feel like it kills bugs fastest. Even on the back it says it kills bugs on contact or through contact. So these are constantly being bought. So another way that you can manage your fungus gnats is to use neem oil. I don't personally prefer this method. This crap stinks and I don't really like using stinky stuff in my home. I like for my home to smell good. So I don't really use this a lot. If I had mealybugs or scale or something beyond fungus gnats, I would definitely start using the neem oil, but I really just have fungus gnats. So the fourth thing that I have here is Diatomaceous Earth. And this is actually a powder that you can use on your houseplants, your vegetable gardens, or any type of garden. It's actually a dust that you would dust on your plants. When the bugs crawl over this dust, it cuts them like glass. After a while, I think it takes up to 24 to 48 hours to work. I can attest to that because after 48 hours, I looked at my plant shelf and it's like the bugs just like drop dead on the shelf. I do this often, especially when I see an influx of fungus gnats. I will go around and dump this on every plant. It does not look pretty, but it works. What else? I'm thirsty. It's like 80 degrees today. I say that in every video because it's always 80 degrees. This is so good. It's this new apple juice that I found. It's like apple juice and seltzer water, sparkling water, and it's actually good for you. It has calcium, vitamin C, vitamin D. Back to the video. Okay, what else? Hydrogen peroxide. This is, in my opinion, another violent way to get rid of fungus gnats, but I couldn't care less about a fungus gnat's life. Sorry, not sorry. Sue me, kill me. You can mix this with water, half and half. I usually do, and water your plants with it. You'll hear the sizzle, and you'll know whatever's in there has been killed. All the bacteria has been killed. The only thing is if you do a peroxide rinse, you do have to replenish the nutrients within the plant, so I would feed it some food the next time you water it. Being honest, I've watered a plant after completely chopping it off the soil with pure peroxide, and that plant came back from death. So peroxide's my best friend. Oh, another thing you can do is put a layer of sand over your houseplants, over the surface of the dirt. That prevents the fungus gnats from being able to emerge from the soil once they are in there. I used to do that all the time before I started transferring my plants to Leca. Put sand on top of all of my plants. It looks pretty cool, I like it, but it is messy. I have to admit, it was messy. But you can do it if you want. The next way to avoid having fungus gnats, to kill them, to manage them, is to transfer your plants to Leca. Leca is a great way to avoid fungus gnats. There's nowhere for them to lay their eggs. I do see 1 or 2 fungus gnats. I have about 35 plants in Leca, and the amount of fungus gnats I see around those plants versus my soil plants, there's like no comparison. Transferring to Leca has been a lifesaver. If I could transfer all my plants, I would, but who got time for that? Number 8 would be to make your own soil mix. I feel like a lot of soil that comes from big box stores or even nurseries, their soil could be contaminated. When I get a new plant, I like to completely switch the soil out. And I remember getting plants from people and I would have mealybugs all of a sudden. So I don't trust any soil at this point. I make my own. And I actually sometimes mix some of this in there too, the Diatomaceous Earth, just for a preventative measure. The 9th way to get rid of fungus gnats that I have listed here is mosquito bits. I don't use mosquito bits anymore, but I used to, and they did work. I just don't like to use them because they do turn moldy after you water your plant. So I don't really like to use anything that turns into mold. I don't like mold. I don't like anything gross. No. You could mix some mosquito bits into the soil. You could put them on top of your plant. You could boil some hot water, add some mosquito bits in there, wait for it to cool down, and water your plants with mosquito bit water. I used to do that. But yeah, that's just another way to prevent fungus gnats. The second to last way I'm going to give you in order to get rid of fungus gnats would be to stop watering your plants as much. I promise you they can take being dry for a couple of days. But plants that can handle being dry for a long time, like pothos, ZZ, snake plant, any kind of palm trees you have, please. Did I say palm trees? Even monstera. Please, if you can, just lay off the water. You can let them dry out almost completely before watering them again. Wet soil is where bugs like to lay their eggs, and if we prevent the top layer of the soil from being wet constantly, we prevent an animal. We prevent a bug from being able to have babies on our plants, okay? There's one more thing that I want to show you. If I did not have this device, I would not have plants. I almost got rid of my plants last summer when I moved in this apartment because I started getting more plants because I upsized apartments, and there were bugs everywhere. So how to thought I just saw a bug again. But I didn't know how to manage fungus gnats. I didn't care. I didn't have like, I don't know, I just didn't really care, but they started landing everywhere. Out of nowhere, I just became like really scared of bugs. So I got this little device that glows and it actually attracts the bugs into it and the bugs stick to the bottom. It's kind of gross, so just warning you. Oh. So I think this is called a catchy. Yeah. 2 of these in my living room because that's where I have the most plants. It's probably like 50 plants in my living room. So I need these. And what happens is it glows right under here. You need to wrap this up. What happens is that this starts glowing once I plug it in, and there's a little fan that comes on. And it attracts the bugs and they go down to the bottom. I don't really want to touch this, but I'll do it for the video. Why can I never get this one open? Put the French toast! Are you guys ready to see disgustingness? I don't even want to look. I don't change these for months because I can't even deal. We're gonna look together. So those are all of the gnats. Yeah. Fucking gross. But as you can see, this thing really does help. So I wouldn't be able to live without it, honestly. Ah! Get that out of my face. Ugh. Okay. I'm not sure how many ways I listed, so I was gonna name this like top 10 best ways to get rid of fungus gnats, but it's just gonna be my best ways to get rid of fungus gnats. That brings me to the end of this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.